Let's start recording and get our thumbnail out the way. Hold on, let me take these bitches off, man. Let the hoe see the face. Tight shit, tight shit. But then we got these, man. Hey, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to a young nigga channel and shit. We got the boy Tommy G with a vid. This is a little old vid, about a week ago, 7 days, but they doing a drug raid though. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what them niggas talking about, man. Let's see what them niggas talking about.
Sheriff's office, search warrant! Stop running!
It's 1:20 on a Saturday, and we're responding to the scene of an overdose. What you just witnessed was an operation from Jacksonville's undercover narcotics unit raiding the house of a suspected drug dealer. You also just saw a snippet of their overdose team investigating a drug-induced death to see if there's a drug dealer that they need to find and charge with a homicide. Currently, Jacksonville law enforcement is receiving nationwide attention for things like cutting their county's homicide rate in half over a 1-year period and employing state-of-the-art crime-fighting technology. For a few days, me and the boys embedded with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office to see their methods in action. This video is part 1 of a 3-part series we are releasing, with part 1 focusing on how Jacksonville fights drug-related crime, and for part 2 we will be on a night patrol with cops and K9 units, and for part 3 we will be looking into how their SWAT team and gang task force tackles murders and gang violence. This, folks, is unprecedented access that we are proud to bring to you. Let's get to it. Folks, we are pulling up on an undercover drug raid. There's a drug task force here in Jacksonville that is really trying to crack down on fentanyl and the problem.
12, 12, 12, 12 on some Lucky Video shit. Hey, fuck, what song was that? It wasn't Geeked. Was it Geeked? Or all that no, was it Greedier? Was it Greed? I don't know. Or new it's this NASCAR driver. I don't know, bro, but
Problems that drugs bring into a community. This is a blood pumping type of experience. This is something where you breach a door and someone resists. There could be shots fired. You might have to bring in SWAT. You might have to, it's a high pressure job. Let's go in and check this out and see what the next step is. We were walking into an office where undercover officers worked and where their top secret operations were planned. So we were instructed to keep the cameras low until it was time to move out on this raid.
So I'm looking at
nigga really tapped in with all the gangs in every state, bro, and with the police in every state. Like, bro, this nigga really go untouched in the hood, bro. Like, he could be with toy, don't matter. Niggas just know him like, oh, that's that YouTube nigga. You know what I'm saying? He protecting this bitch. And
Anna with the Jacksonville
that's some
Sheriff's
cool ass shit, bro. Being able to just travel states and like talk to motherfuckers and just like meet new motherfuckers, that shit cool as hell. Cause nigga, I like meeting new people.
Office narcotics
That
unit.
shit really
I'm
fire.
over narcotics and vice.
And what's the operation today? What are we looking for?
Today we have a search warrant for a drug house. We conducted several buys from the property, and we know they're selling drugs from inside the house. And
What
we
kind?
are going to Avenue. It's on the west side of town.
Is there a particular drug we're looking for?
We conducted several buys. We bought crack cocaine. from
Crack?
there.
How many drug raids do you think you've been on in your day?
2-3 a week.
Heroin.
Do we know if the guy living here has many firearms?
We haven't seen any, because if we did, it would qualify for SWAT. So the guys, the job they do is very dangerous, especially.
Hold on, they only brought one car. What if them niggas start busting back at Tommy and them? Bah, bah, like, nigga, what? Y'all better lock in, bro. You gotta roll with like 12 deep with this nigga Tommy, bro. Like, lock in, bro. This nigga just a YouTube nigga. He ain't no 12 or none, bro. He ain't even no gang member, even though he be tapped in with niggas. But y'all gotta protect my white boy Tommy, bro. Watch out, bro.
The first
Like, what
person
if they
inside
started
the
busting them
property,
niggas? Bah,
because you just
bah,
don't know
bah.
what's behind the closed doors.
If you need to throw one of us in as human
Don't know.
bait to make the operation go through, just we'll draw straws as a crew.
All right, let's go.
What does it mean to you to be taking drugs off the street?
It means a lot. We try to keep our community safe, and obviously this is a vicious circle with supply versus demand, but we'll do whatever it takes to enforce the law and take drugs off the street.
Do you think you'll ever completely wipe drugs off the street?
I think you can put a dent to it. I don't think you can wipe it off completely because there are some, for instance, marijuana is legal in certain states. It's a very tough challenge. Again, it's a vicious circle. It's supply versus demand.
Bitch Mary Jane like that, bro. You know I don't even blow no more, nigga, bro. Niggas gotta go over for not even 4 years no more, nigga. That shit like lifelong, bro. Cause they talking about in the apprenticeship, they like even if you become a journeyman and all that, it's like you still get a routine drug test. So I'm like, damn. But I'm cool with putting the Zod on like for life though. I ain't gonna fake it. Like smoking ain't even all that for real no more. But he can't even be talking about my baby Mary Jane like that though, nigga. Locked in. Locked in. About my bitch drug, nigga. That's
where's the guy going right there? He's going in?
Yep, he's going to the door.
Alright.
Okay, yep, we're going to take him too.
Right here. Yep, it's that one. Should be second block on the right.
Door looks to... Door's brown. Hey, watch this car, watch this car.
Sheriff's Office, search warrant!
There's somebody running in the back door.
I got two, gray jacket, black pants, another one. They're running, they ran out of the apartment complex.
Stop running!
I got one. The other one with the gray hoodie, I don't know where he went.
Stop running! 4-5 Mike's running in the back.
Yeah, it's too late. They not catching them niggas, bro. Them niggas had an escape whole plan, bro. Like, bro, if 12 come in this bitch, they gonna take them a little time to get through this little area, bro. They not catching that nigga. I'm not gonna lie unless they get his ass on the scooms, bro. Oh, there's a lot of what the fuck? Hold on.
You got one of the cage cars coming around you on high road.
He gave up, bro. You should have kept running, nigga. What, bro? It was taking this nigga way too long to get through all them grasses, bro. You should have kept running, bro. His ass a tweaker. I would have took off on it, yeah. Great, took off on it. Let me be in there and you scared. I would have turned off on your ass.
Under your handcuffs? Loose? I can fit a finger in between there, buddy. That's kind of what we got to do.
Hi, y'all ready? So, in this case, we got a bunch of crack cocaine. We have a lot of powder cocaine. We got some beakers, a bunch of drug paraphernalia, scales. So obviously, we got to say that was successful.
Is crack cocaine as common as it was in early 2000s?
It still is, I would say, crack cocaine, yeah.
How would you classify this bust? Small, medium, large?
Probably a medium scale, too small. Small to medium.
Oh, that's a small scale, damn.
So far through.
And
obviously we have a baby now, so we're trying to get hold of the mother. Apparently she's at work,
like,
so
bro,
she'll be coming back.
Like, usually when they be having raids and they post them bitches, bro, it's probably not something that's getting posted, but usually when they post them bitches, it be like hella guns, hella za, hella like every type of drugs, bro. Like, but I guess
What goes through your head when you see a baby inside one of those houses?
You won't be the first. A lot of times, so we we hold the baby, we assist, and then what we do.
Grab my water, chat. Make it so you make it Hollywood better than money, cause I'm not. But if I'm out.
Is trying to reunite the baby with the parents, and apparently that's the father, who's the mother's at work. Since the father is going to be arrested, then the mother will respond to take control of her child.
Do they feel like, I'm glad that this is happening, that they got busted?
Absolutely. We get feedback all the time. They don't like these guys. They don't want them here in their neighborhood.
Because they make them dangerous?
Yeah, they don't want drugs in their neighborhoods.
In the last year, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has fielded over 5,000 calls for service for drug-related incidents. And in a 2024 survey of Jacksonville residents, next to gun violence, illegal drug usage was the top issue residents wanted the Sheriff's Office to focus their resources on.
A lot of times they are afraid, and the ones they step up, they give us complaints and information.
Bro, I wonder if Jacksonville still be like popping, or like all them niggas like Young and Ace and them already moved out since they got bread and shit now. But I wonder if that bitch still be popping. I mean, Julio Fulio is dead now. What nigga talking about? Yo, bro, when that nigga Julio Fulio died, bro, I swear, like, bro, that shit was literally a movie scene that nigga posts on Instagram every day. Whoever was on that nigga's account I know it was some family member, but bro, that was some crazy shit. Like, realistically, you can't even say that's disrespectful, because no one, bro, if you know Julio Fulio, I want to say I know the nigga, because obviously I don't know the nigga, but like, bro, that nigga probably would have supported all that shit. Like, hell yeah, even when I'm dead, bro, keep posting on my shit. He probably told them niggas do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking about my grandma do voodoo.
Every complaint.
My grandma do voodoo.
I mean, to live in a place where, you know, dangerous guys with guns are in and out all the time and junkies are coming, and you have kids around here.
And this is just the pre-preliminary search. Obviously, they go into details to search the property. And typically on the secondary search, they find additional drug paraphernalia and additional drugs.
So it's only one raid.
Our overdose deaths are down significantly.
Wait, we only got one raid?
This is Vic Michelucci. Previously, he was a Jacksonville investigative journalist who won Crime Reporter of the Year. He left his 14-year career to run communications and media for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and he is the one that opened up the doors for us to be here today.
Fewer people are dying.
And this is just one part of that initiative,
Yeah,
or
this
that
is a
push.
part of that.
Yeah.
But as you saw with that situation, not only did they find drugs, they found at least one gun. And a lot of times when you see drug sales, you see firearms, and that leads to violence.
The murder that comes with the marijuana trade. I'm gonna tell you, I've worked murders where a pound of marijuana was stolen and people get killed for it. It may not seem like a big deal.
Got killed over some fucking carts, bro. Think about it, bro. Like, free my cousin.
Deal to the populace, or to people that are advocates for marijuana, but that's a big deal. One life, I always say to everybody, is too many.
Look, there was that kid in there. I mean, that kid was, what, maybe 1?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any excuse for that.
Yeah,
whether you're dealing drugs, doing drugs, around people that are doing drugs, to expose that child there. And we've had multiple issues of accidental overdoses with kids, and we put that out, and thankfully the most recent instances, our officers were able to save those kids. But imagine having to give Narcan to a 1-year-old.
We just got to watch a successful raid take down an armed crack dealer, but Jacksonville's war on drugs has another side to it, the Overdose Task Force. Whether we'd meet them this trip depended on one thing, an overdose happening while we were in town. Early Saturday afternoon, that call came in. So we've been on standby the 4 days we've been in Jacksonville for when an overdose happens, we're gonna get the call. Unfortunately, it's 1:20 on a Saturday, and we're responding to the scene of an overdose. This is hard to walk into. I mean, you're walking into a family's worst nightmare with cameras, and we want to be respectful of what they're experiencing, but also convey something that happens every day around America in a real way. So, we'll see you on the scene.
Right now the victim is still present, so we're going to allow you guys to come in, just kind of keep a distance. We'll be collecting a bunch of things. I think that would be very good, and like as far as the recording and stuff.
Who are you and what do you do? What's your role?
So I am Sergeant Kay Cruz. I am with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. I'm a part of the Narcotics Overdose Death Investigations Unit.
We are allowed to cross the threshold and film inside the valley?
Yeah. Just
don't.
don't.
We have consent from the family?
Yeah, and then that's also why I was speaking to the next of kin, because I didn't want her to be like, why is media here? So I was explaining to her the reasoning for you guys being here and like helping, produce information to give out to, the public to hopefully prevent future overdoses for overdose awareness.
As you enter a scene, what are you looking for? What are you gonna?
So the very beginning of our investigation is the patrol response. Anytime patrol responds to a undetermined death, depending on the evidence on scene, determines what unit will come out to conduct the death investigation. The initial investigation, we're unable to determine what the actual cause of death is. When we respond to the scene, there's kind of two different investigations going on. You have your medical examiner's office investigation, and you also have your Jacksonville Sheriff's Office investigation. The medical examiner's office will do all the medical related stuff. So they're doing the toxicology, and they're actually going to determine the actual cause of death. We are conducting the Sheriff's Office investigation. So with any individual, or if an individual provides a controlled substance to an individual that is a substantial factor in their death, they can be held liable.
And we know that, or we're trying to figure that out?
We're trying to figure that out. Again, very initial stages of the investigation. We're processing the scene with a crime scene unit. And also we're working with the medical examiner's office. We're collecting any evidence that may assist our investigation.
What has you wearing a mask to the scene?
We wear those to protect our identities because a lot of us work in an undercover
those are
capacity,
undercover.
so
Fuck you
that's
mean
why
why they
we
wearing a
wear the
mask?
We're out
Like,
in
nigga,
public.
what?
So we just try to conceal our identities
bro.
from members of the public, because you never know if someone here at the scene provided drugs to the victim, or if any of these people could potentially be a suspect or a drug dealer for a case that we encounter later.
Is it possible that you might find the dealer, you might do an undercover buy from the same dealer that sold here?
Yes, it's possible.
Because that way you're familiar with the case.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a sketchy situation?
A lot of them.
Explain one of them.
I've been locked in hotel rooms with drug dealers before. Sometimes they'll do that to make sure, like, no one's
not every
coming in.
day, but like I try to every other day just so I have enough content to like post on TikTok and shit.
Behind you, so you're in there with them trying to buy drugs, and they'll lock the doors behind you. You know, they have guns on them. They have drugs there. There was a case in Miami recently where they made an undercover actually smoke fentanyl just to say that he wasn't an undercover.
He passed away?
You know what I'm saying?
He did not.
What she's referring to is an insane story that just happened a couple weeks ago. A Miami fentanyl dealer got suspicious of an undercover agent and gave the guy two options. You either smoke this fentanyl and die, or I'm gonna kill you anyways. Terrified, the agent had no choice but to hit the Chinese import in front of the dealer. Somehow he survived, and SWAT raided these guys soon after. And it just goes to highlight the incredible danger of this undercover profession.
I've had drug dealers before try to get me to smoke drugs, and it's just, you know, it can be pretty dangerous and sketchy. Pretty much this entire career is pretty dangerous.
What got you into it?
When I was little, I really liked the show.
Once you get one clip to go boom, bro, just stay consistent, bro. It's gonna be consistent motion coming in from TikTok, bro. Like, nigga, I just got
The cops. Okay, and I'm not from Jacksonville, but when I was little, I used to watch the episodes, and I remember as a kid seeing the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office episodes and being like, that area in particular, I don't know why, stuck with me, and I was like, that looks like a pretty crazy place to live or work or whatever.
We talked to, prior to making entry, we're talking to patrol to provide us with their information that they collected upon their initial response. We're talking to any next of kins that are on scene, and we're also talking to any complainants or witnesses. We're just trying to gather what happened before police were called to the scene. For this particular structure, the room where the victim was located is from the back. You guys can follow me and we'll go inside.
That shit don't even look like a shot, bro. Nigga,
What are the
actually
primary
crack in
things
his
we're
own home,
looking
bro. That
for?
shit crazy.
Where are your eyes going right now?
That shit crazy.
So eyes are going in the immediate area where the victim was located, but also like common areas of the house, living room, bathroom. We're checking for any paraphernalia, narcotics related, and any additional narcotics or any paraphernalia to even include like little baggies that could have been packaging
yeah,
for
I ain't gonna lie,
narcotics.
looking like a short little
I've been working narcotics related investigations for
gotta be in bed at 10.
a little over 7
Get
years
up at
now.
7, bro.
I've been working narcotics overdose death investigations
bro, I'm
for
probably gonna be in bed
approximately
like
3.5, 4 years.
What got you into the overdose unit?
I enjoyed working narcotics investigations. I noticed that before the creation of this unit, homicide was responding to these types of investigations. And this was kind of before it became, we fell under the Florida state statute of murder. Once we started falling under that Florida state statute, we were able to dig deeper into different types of investigations.
Florida lawmakers are not alone in expressing the sentiment that
I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of crazy, bro. Like, nigga, this don't even look like a, bro, like, this is not a trap, bro. How you a drug dealer, you making crack in your own home, bro? Like, nigga, this where your family's staying, your girl, your kids, like, all that. Bro, this is not a trap house, bro. Like, they walk through this bitch looking clean as hell, like, this bitch look like a real fucking crib and shit. Like, right now. What the fuck, nigga? This ain't no trap, bro. Like, if you don't go cook that shit down the fucking homeless, down the block with the motherfucking where no motherfuckers living in and shit, like, bro, this is not no trap. So you can't be no drug, bro. Drug dealer, bro. Like, what? You get 1 star off that bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how your drugs is coming, so you might get a little star bumps off that. Maybe your fent do be hitting. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta test that bitch.
Guys are going to
3.5
missions, narcotics overdose death investigations for
just off appearances, bro. You get 1 stars, bro, just cause like, nigga.
So 3.5, 4 years.
It's a real home.
What got you into the overdose?
Can't be cooking this bitch with your
I enjoyed working narcotics investigations.
Like,
I
bro,
noticed
this nigga
that
real got, like, bro, this nigga room got drip, bro. Not drip, but like got hella cool shit in his room. Like, this your actual
before
crib,
the creation of this unit, homicide was responding to these types of investigations. And this was kind of before it became, we fell under the Florida state statute of murder. Once we started falling under that Florida state statute, we were able to dig deeper into different types of investigations.
Florida lawmakers are not alone in expressing the sentiment that a drug dealer should be subjected to harsh penalties, particularly if they can be tied to an overdose death. In fact, just recently, Trump made headlines again by stating his long-term position that drug dealers should receive the death penalty.
Unless you have the death penalty for drug dealers, you'll never get rid of the drug problem. Put that through your head.
As someone who knows the drug dealing black market much better than Trump, I think the numbers he's throwing out are extreme exaggerations that have no root or basis in fact.
A drug dealer will kill 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 people during the course of his or her life.
It really depends on what someone's selling. If someone has sold fentanyl, obviously they have a much higher chance of causing an overdose death. But for some guy trapped in weed, it is actually impossible that anyone has died as a result of his drug. It says on the DEA's own website that no one has overdosed from marijuana, and yet it's still a Schedule 1 drug. However, I do agree that a drug dealer needs to be held liable if what he sells kills someone. The question is, to what extent? What do you guys think in the comments? Should a drug dealer be given a death sentence?
I was going like, bro, just like keep a whole bunch of like, bro, keep 2 Narcan like shots in my car, keep 2 in the crib, and then like, bro, just 2 in my car just for like whenever I go out, you know what I'm saying? Do have that bitch on me, but like, bro, now niggas gotta go fully sober, bro. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But cause nigga, as a smoker, bro, you gotta like, bro, you gotta be smart. Even though you know your plug and shit, like if you like smoking with niggas, bro, you never know what's gonna happen. You know?
If they cause an overdose death.
I found interest in not only giving closure to the family of the victims, but putting all the pieces together to try and determine who actually sold illegal drugs to the victim.
Today,
how many calls like this a week do you typically respond to?
The overdoses, they come in waves. There are times that we can get 10 in a week. There are times that we can get 0. There's no way to determine how many call outs a week that we're going to get. Crime scene units here, the narcotics overdose detectives are here. They are taking photographs, they're looking around, pointing out or trying to locate any evidence that may be narcotics related. They are waiting for the medical examiner's office to arrive. Once the medical examiner's office arrives, that's kind of where we're now dividing into like 2 investigations, but we work very close together. Like I said, I think the more information we get out there to the public, make aware that it's not only fentanyl. Yes, fentanyl, that's what we're hearing in the news. It's a dangerous, deadly drug, but any illegal substance can cause a death.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Yeah, thank you.
Some Americans would say, hey, alcohol is legal. Alcohol has a lot of problems. I mean, if you look at domestic disputes, violence, fights, drunkenness, DUIs, yeah, that's a huge multi-billion-dollar industry. Why should weed be any different?
Because why add to it? But why add to the problem that alcohol already causes?
Because prohibition doesn't work. The war on drugs has not solved since the 70s the issues of drugs in our community.
So let me ask you this question. Because we should legalize marijuana because people like to smoke it, we should legalize cocaine, methamphetamine, we should legalize fentanyl.
Hold on, bro. See, bro, yo, if you don't shut your whitewashed ass up, fucking Coonigan ass nigga, bro, what is you talking about? We should legal, like, bro, no, nigga. That shit only legal because, bro, the fucking side effects ain't as serious as shit like crack, cocaine, meth, and all that. Like, nigga, what is you talking about, bro? Niggas just like, bro, you could tell this nigga just became a cop just to, like, run with the white niggas, bro. Like, what? Fuck is you
We should
talking
legalize
about,
all
bro?
those things? No. Smoke it. We should legalize cocaine, methamphetamine. We should legalize.
Niggas don't just like smoking, nigga. That shit get prescribed to you sometimes, bro. Fuck is you talking about? Like, nigga, bro, I ain't been able to sleep the last 17 days, bro. The last 17 days, I ain't got no good sleep because I put the Zod on, bro. Like, nigga, what? In my head, I'm thinking, yo, I think I got, like, some type of sleep insomnia, bro. That shit was really helping a nigga go to sleep every night. Now it's like, I be in bed,
we should
rolling,
legalize all
twisting,
those things? No, of course not.
Wake up 2 a.m., cold sweats and all that. Like, can't even go back to sleep. Like, bro, what?
Just because people like it, there are
Niggas
certain things
don't
that
just
you
like that shit.
you just shouldn't
Well,
do, and
I love that
I think
shit,
the government should uphold a standard.
So what gave you reason to believe that this could be a narcotic overdose in the first place?
So, based off the evidence that is
You can't fucking
located
overdose
at
off
the
no
scene
fucking weed,
of a
nigga.
death,
Like, what is he talking about?
so for this particular incident, there
Dumbass.
is narcotics paraphernalia and
That's why
additional
that bitch really
narcotics
should
on
just be
scene.
legal everywhere. And it's like, you get to the age where you could buy that bitch out of a store where that bitch is lab tested and you know for sure that bitch not laced with nothing, like, cause nigga, then you gonna be green. But this nigga just chatting out his dick, chat.
We
You don't even know
cannot
what he talking about.
on scene determine the cause of death. That will be for the medical examiner's office investigation. Because of the evidence that is located on the scene, we want to get a start,
That shit pissed me off.
jumpstart
I'm
our
like, yo, why am I still
investigation.
on his dick?
So
That
the
shit made
van
me
actually
mad,
pulled
bro.
up super
I don't
close,
even blow no
and we're
more,
keeping
bro.
family further out, so it should be
I'm still gonna rock for my baby Mary Jane though, you know what I'm saying? That was my first love. Actually, not music was my first love, but that was my second love, chat.
I don't know how you guys do this
I
day in
love
and
my
day out.
exes.
I suppose just like anything,
The more that
we
you
adapt
see
to
it, the more that you adapt to it. And like I said, with these investigations, it affects the family more than anything.
I think this just goes to show how one death can affect so many people. It's such a ripple effect.
Right.
As you hear the family in the background, I think this goes to highlight I would not have the stomach for this type of job. And there's the fact that people like you are boots on the ground and see some of this, look death in the face almost on a daily basis sometimes, and have to deal with families and all the thing that come with it. I mean,
Right. I will say that making that next of kin
Like, bro, this
notification
what my
is
mom be thinking gonna happen to me because I smoke a little Zot, bro. Like, twin mom, chill out. I'm gonna be green, bro. I know who I'm buying from, bro. Like,
the worst
yo,
part.
she swear I'm gonna end up like this and she gonna be crying, like, bro. Like,
Right.
like, bro.
I will say that
smart with
making that
shit,
next of
bro.
kin
Like, I was literally
notification
always gonna
is
keep
the worst
Narcan on
part
me.
about
Now I
our
have to
job,
stop smoking.
because we're having to tell a loved one that their loved one is no longer here.
This shit is sad as fuck, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, that shit is.
what I've seen in my own family, and there's not one person with the reach drugs has. You could be in a mansion or you could be in the poorest of the poor. There's not one family in America that probably doesn't have some impact of drugs hitting their family or alcoholism hitting their family.
Right.
It's just such a heavy job. And then this is the other thing is, I think like this gives me perspective too, because sometimes it's easy to look at a dealer and be like, oh, he grew up in a messed up neighborhood with a messed up childhood and he's just trying to make some money to put rent, to pay the rent. But then when it has the impact like this, that makes an entire family gather and cry, then you have a little bit more of a, well, when they get raided.
No, nigga, my mindset is still the fucking same, bro. Cause nigga, if you really just selling that shit, you doing that shit to provide for your family, bro. And if the niggas who smoking that shit, bro, it's your fucking responsibility if you end up dead, bro. Like, bro, like I will never be that type of nigga to ever blame a dealer or blame my homies for like to get me to that shit. Cause it's like, bro, end of the day, it's my fucking choice, bro. Like, nigga, it's your fucking choice. You want to smoke this shit? You don't want to smoke this shit? Nigga, it's up to you, bro. Nobody forcing you to put that bitch in your mouth and blow and suck through it. Like, nigga, what? This ain't prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't prison, bro. Like, but ain't no one talking about, oh, if there's an overdose, now you got to think about the family. No, nigga, it's the motherfucker who made the choice to still smoke that shit, bro. Like, nigga, what?
You know why?
The drug dealers know.
It's only different if a motherfucker got laced. Now it's like you looking at the dealer like, bro, you lacing niggas? Like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Then it's different, nigga.
Know that they are selling this deadly drug. They know what they are selling,
killer,
so that is why they should be held accountable for what they are selling.
And every single person has that voice inside their heart that knows when something is right or wrong, and to override that just so you can pay rent, even though you can cause devastation to an entire family. And one dealer might have, I mean, do you encounter
multiple
dealers?
Customers.
Do you ever encounter dealers that you guys arrest that are tied to multiple deaths?
Yes.
Yo, why was unks, bro? The unks at this new job, bro, these niggas is over freaky, bro. Niggas talking about eating ass in class, bro. These niggas talking about some over freaky shit. Some nigga named some Danger. I don't want to say bro full name, but his last name Danger or something. He talking about you don't get the last name Danger without eating some ass. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm good, gang. I don't need. Hey, I'm worried. Hold on. Maybe that nigga Henry Danger be getting.
Yeah, this
down
really
there,
helped
bro.
me change my perspective on drug dealing. I mean, there's so much that comes with this. There's family members that have to pay for the funeral. There's how many people had to call off work to leave here and come. There's people that their lives can be permanently altered by the grief. I mean, I've seen that in my own family very well. Just in today's episode, the fact that a dad is selling crack cocaine next to his baby, and then we land in this scene over here when he's passed away and the family's crying. Like, you gotta raise your standards a little bit. It makes me thankful. I mean, for the detectives that have to collect bodies and investigate, and then the people that have to risk their life to go undercover to do the work to catch these guys. That's more of a risk than most of us are willing to take. It's an honest job. It pays the bills. And these are people that go to bat for us in our community. So, really interesting perspective of how Jacksonville is fighting the flow of drugs through their city. That was a deep.
I mean, it is good that where it's like if they have it as an overdose, like bro, I actually understand that, and that makes a whole lot of sense. Like, if a nigga overdose, it should count as a homicide, nigga, because that's a murder charge, nigga. You got a body on your hands, bro. But at the same time, we gotta blame the nigga smoking this shit, bro. Like. No matter how many times he could tell a nigga don't smoke or don't do something, if the nigga don't want to stop, bro, he not gonna stop. Like, bro, the choice is literally up to niggas at the end of the day, bro. So you can't blame nobody but the motherfuckers smoking that shit. Unless it's a dealer that's lacing, then you could be like, all right, now we gotta get this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, gone, because he out here lacing shit and killing motherfuckers who don't even know what they smoking.
We dive into the world of Jacksonville crime fighting on the drug division, their narcotics division. Thank you for joining. The support's amazing. I appreciate you guys.
Wait, that's it? What the fuck? I thought we had one more read.
I'll see you next week.
That was it. Yo, that shit was...
Folks, you just saw a glimpse of what Jacksonville law enforcement does. And next week, we'll dive even deeper, doing a night patrol episode that involves a kidnapping call, going out on a mission with a K9 unit, catching a live burglar in action, and much, much more. We will also take a deeper look at the secret sauce that has driven Jacksonville to be a place where the homicide rate has dropped in half, something that is nearly unheard of across the country. And folks, a reminder, if you want to pick up the freshest merch on YouTube with the underworld,
this ain't no fresh merch, gang. We cool. Hold on, actually, this hoodie
World Collection and the Big Dogs Gotta Eat.
Yeah, nah, the Big Dogs Gotta Eat is not it. But hey, man, calm beater from Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all YouTube niggas, make sure like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you see the YouTuber in the corner? Fuck with a young nigga, man. Fuck with a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with a young nigga, man. Y'all niggas be watching the vids and not subscribing, but y'all some hoes, bro. I smack the shit out of all y'all. But I'm trolling, but love, bro.